What's up, everybody? It is the Best Spot Kids Move, and I am back with another video. So I didn't get to secure a PlayStation 5 pre-order. My GameStop only had 5, and there were about 22 people online. So guess I missed out. However, I ain't mad because I did secure an Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. And you guys know what? Microsoft and Xbox also secured Bethesda. So I'm super happy. I honestly, I'm pretty sure I'll get a PS5 at launch, but honestly, it's not going to kill me if I didn't. I'm pretty well on the Xbox. So and which brings me this video. Why, yes, I'm back talking about Bethesda again, and it's because there's just so much stuff coming out, and there's so many questions. It's kind of getting a little ridiculous. A lot of people are asking if the game's still coming to PlayStation. You got IGN posting articles and GameSpot posting articles. They're trying to dissect Phil Spencer's words. Me, Colt, Rand, Jez from Windows Central are all under the belief that there's no games. No, they're not going to be publishing games on PlayStation. They're just not. I mean, the writing's on the wall, but a lot of people want to apply the Minecraft effect because, well, Minecraft is still on PlayStation. They put Minecraft on PlayStation, da, da, da. And it's like, please stop. Spare me with the Minecraft talk. Minecraft was on PlayStation prior to Microsoft acquiring Mojang. Minecraft itself is a platform. Acquiring Minecraft isn't like equivalent to acquiring like another game studio. It was like equivalent to acquiring like Skype or LinkedIn. It's a platform in itself. Minecraft nowadays come already pre-installed on Windows computers, and it's a part of the course curriculum and classes. I mean, hell, colleges were using Minecraft as a form of graduation this year because of COVID and all the social distancing and stuff. So Minecraft itself is a platform that is everywhere, and it's also a games as a service. Microsoft and Xbox aren't relying on Minecraft to sell units on PlayStation or Nintendo or Xbox itself. The money that Microsoft gets from Minecraft itself is the IP licensing, like being able to do story mode on like Netflix, or be it the toys, or selling it to different operating systems and stuff like that, or pretty much the money that Minecraft itself makes within the game, because it's a game as a service. It's a platform. So it doesn't matter wherever, any platform that's available that you can play or do anything interactive, Minecraft is going to be available on it. It has nothing between like Xbox and PlayStation, and the only thing you could really think is like, okay, well, Minecraft Dungeons. That's yeah. So anything with Minecraft, honestly, will be a multi-platform. Microsoft don't mind selling Minecraft on it, because Minecraft in itself is a brand. It just happens to be now owned by Xbox, and it's also a platform itself. So you can't apply the Minecraft effect to Bethesda, because if that's the case, Microsoft have also purchased Obsidian, and they've announced and they've released one game since The Outer Worlds. A lot of people will say, well, The Outer Worlds is on PlayStation. The Outer Worlds was revealed before Xbox acquired them, and it was already being published by another major publisher. It was Private Division, aka Take-Two, 2K, one of them. Private Division, I think, was the publisher that published that game, and it published that game on every platform: Xbox, PlayStation, PC, Nintendo Switch. It was already revealed. Like, you couldn't. They announced the game, and then 2 weeks later, they were purchased by freaking Xbox. So since then, they've released Grounded. Is Grounded coming to PlayStation? It's not on PlayStation now. Avowed was announced. Is that coming to PlayStation? Don't think so. Also, what about Ninja Theory? They got Hellblade first launched on PlayStation 4, PlayStation and PC only. Microsoft acquired them. The game, the game's still released on Xbox Game Pass, and I think the last platform it released for it was Nintendo Switch. But Microsoft now owns Ninja Theory. Now ask yourself, is Bleeding Edge available for PlayStation? Is Hellblade 2 coming to PlayStation? No, it's not. We have real life examples of this. Microsoft, after Microsoft acquires a studio, usually where they purchase a lot of independent studios. The first thing they say is, "Oh, we're not gonna interfere. They're gonna remain pretty much independent in their works. We're not gonna interfere. We're not gonna change the culture. They're gonna continue to make the games that they always made." That's the number one thing they say. That's the number one thing. They said the same exact thing about Bethesda, and I'm like, oh my God, that means Bethesda games are coming to PlayStation. No, that's been the go-to PR move that Xbox says every time they acquire. They want to make sure that the fans of that team, of that studio, of their games, they want those fans to know, hey, we're not changing the culture. We're buying them because for them to continue to do what they do best. That's the message. And now, like I said, every time Phil Spencer is sitting down, he's in the interview with these guys about the acquisition and stuff like that. The number one question is this stuff going to PlayStation? Phil Spencer only commits, and once again, like he told Yahoo, he's only committing to the Xbox ecosystem. This is obviously Game Pass is the driving force of this, is to ensure that games will come to the Xbox platform, and this is an investment to the Xbox community. So they're going to support Xbox consoles, as they said, PC and cloud gaming games for because games come. You get cloud gaming is Android and pretty soon iOS if they're able to get away around Apple's shitty ass policies. And that's pretty much it. And he says, oh, other platforms is on a case by case basis. What does case by case means? Well, it means exactly what it meant when he bought all those other studios who were working on, at the time, multi-platform games. For example, when they purchased Obsidian, obviously, Outer Worlds, they were going to honor that. In Exile, they were working on Wastelands. Already been announced as a PlayStation and PC game, right? And what happened? They honored those games, but instead it came out to more platforms, obviously Xbox and whatnot. The budget got bigger. They had to delay it and whatnot so they can, put more into the game. But the game was also published by a third-party publisher, so those games still came. They didn't buy an Exile and just like, oh my God, Wasteland 3 is only on Xbox and PC. No, they had to honor those. For example, Sony has timed exclusive deals for 2 Bethesda games. One is Ghostwire Tokyo, and the other is Deathloop. Deathloop was strangely delayed to the the quarter that this deal actually finalizes, which is kind of funny. But Deathloop. And so what that means is, well, yeah, we're going to honor those. They're already going to PlayStation. We're going to honor those. That's already a case. The other cases are your Minecraft-like scenarios. Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 76, and I think Fallout Shelter. Those are all games of service, live games that either rely on microtransaction or people to continue to play, or that are pretty much working games that are live to kind of pretty much make money while you play. Pretty much games as a service. Fallout 76, games as a service, multiplayer game that is meant for you to keep playing over time. Elder Scrolls Online, constantly getting service updates and expansions every so often. This is games as a service game. Those games already exist on PlayStation and whatnot, and they're going to continue to exist on PlayStation. You're not going to pull a live game, a service-based game where the game itself makes money. Those games aren't relied on, oh, this new person just bought this game. Oh, this new person just bought this game. No. It's about the user who's already invested into that IP or into that service continually spending money. You're not going to do that. That is just stupid. You're not going to cut off customers because those games have already existing customers, live customers that they're still servicing. So Elder Scrolls Online, in the Fallout 76, yeah, they're going to get their expansions and service updates. They're still going to be supported on whatever platforms they currently exist on, because those are games as a service. Those are case by case scenarios. Now, your Elder Scrolls 6, your Starfields, your Fallout 5 if it ever comes, your Doom 3, the next Wolfenstein, the next Dishonored, the next Rage game, the next Prey game, the next Quake game that they put out for consoles. Yeah, those are Xbox and PC. Those are Xbox PC Game Pass. That is the Xbox ecosystem. Those are the platforms they will be servicing. It's a commitment to the Xbox community. Like, I don't know why you guys find this hard to believe, but people would say, well, why miss out on millions? Why spend all this money and cut off millions and millions of potential buyers? I don't know. Why does Sony spend millions and millions of dollars to keep games off Xbox? Think about it. Why buy Insomniac and miss out on potential sales of Sunset Overdrive 2 for potential Xbox users? Why pay all this money for Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 16 and miss out on no. I'm sorry. Those aren't first party games. Those are third party games that Sony made money, Sony spent money to keep off Xbox. To keep off Xbox. Sony has so many deals out there, and Bethesda would have been another one, of money, sending money to publishers to keep games off of Xbox. And you guys expect, well, why would Microsoft buy a studio and keep them off PlayStation? Look, Sony it's not like Sony are buying studios to keep games off of Xbox. They're paying publishers to keep games off Xbox. Third party games that would normally be multi-plat can't come to Xbox because Sony bought that right away. They took away a right from Xbox users. So Xbox is expected to support PlayStation. They'll support PlayStation in the live games that it makes, in the games and service games that they make available for PlayStation that they currently have, and they support PlayStation in many different ways with the Havoc engine and all that other stuff. The microtransaction stores, the behind the scenes stuff. They support PlayStation platforms in that way. So you guys got to ask yourself. It's like you're asking these dumb questions, but if PlayStation purchased Bethesda, do you expect PlayStation to release Bethesda games still on Xbox? No. Xbox has one goal. So does PlayStation. It is obviously to make money and to increase their user base. PlayStation keeps games off Xbox to bring users to the PlayStation platform. Xbox is buying all these studios to bring people into their ecosystem. Problem is, the difference is PlayStation ecosystem is on one console, and that's PlayStation. Xbox ecosystem, it just happened to be broader. Xbox, PC, Android. Until Apple get their act together, then it will be iOS. So that's why the language for Xbox is so broad, is because they're on broad devices, and Xbox is now a brand platform itself. Xbox is now something that can be available to you outside of the console. You got the Xbox console, obviously they're servicing consoles. You got games for PC that they're servicing, obviously they're doing that. And they got the streaming platform. So to answer your questions, will Bethesda games come to PlayStation? No, they won't. It's done. These are now Xbox game studios. And you already have examples. Minecraft was purchased in 2013, 2014. Look at all the other studios. There's probably one more game that needs to come out on PlayStation from an Xbox game studio, and I think that's Psychonauts 2. Starbreeze was supposed to be publishing that game, but I believe due to financial troubles, they actually had to drop Psychonauts 2. So who knows if that actually still is coming to PlayStation? But that would be the last game or IP contracted from an Xbox studio that still has to release on PlayStation due to publishing rights. Bethesda, obviously with Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo, those games still have to come out, and Phil said that they're honoring those, but it is what it is with that. But that's it, because otherwise, where's these other games? Are you guys expecting all the other games that, like, is Compulsion's next game going on PlayStation? Is Exile's next game going to PlayStation? Do you believe that? Like, the writing's on the wall. You guys got to accept it. You know, Microsoft is not going to acquire an entire company, and think about it, an entire company. just so it can get the same deal they just made with EA. Microsoft has paid EA for EA games to come into Game Pass. Right? They didn't buy EA. They wrote them a check to get content from EA into Game Pass. Same with Take-Two. How you think they got Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption and all that stuff in the Game Pass? They wrote a check to Take-Two to get their games in Game Pass, to get those games in the Game Pass. And also, they also wrote a check to Bethesda a couple years ago to get their games in the Game Pass, because if you guys forget, when Game Pass first launched, Bethesda was one of the first major publishers to support it off the rip. That's why we had Fallout 4 and all that stuff in the Game Pass already. The Wolfenstein games were in Game Pass already. Now they're just coming back in. Now they're going to come back and they're going to stay there. They're never going to leave. Right? So you think Microsoft purchased the entire Zenimax and the entire Bethesda and all their studios just so they can get games guaranteed to Game Pass, when they had already previously made a deal with Bethesda for Game Pass for games shortly after launch? They already made that deal years ago. So why buy them just to, everything's still going to be on PlayStation and all this other stuff. We're just buying them so we can guarantee games to Game Pass. No, this is what happens. PlayStation this generation, all those rumors of PlayStation throwing money out of that, throwing money at publishers, for a lot of these timed exclusive or third-party exclusives, yeah, those were true. The Final Fantasies and hearing that. Microsoft was hip to that. They knew about that. And if Microsoft is really trying to compete gaming-wise, if they're not going to be able to just buy third-party deals, what's the next best thing? You buy studios, you buy the content, you buy the content creators, you buy the makers of the game. So Sony purchased a lot of temporary deals. Microsoft purchased a lot of permanent deals. So Xbox, thanks to PlayStation, is not getting Final Fantasy. And PlayStation is not getting the next Elder Scrolls because Xbox now owns Bethesda. It is what it is. It's how the cookie crumbles. And you guys got to get over it. Stop the crying, stop the whining, stop the speculating. It is what it is. If the next studio PlayStation buys, you're not going to be asking this question. And the only reason, right? Because this is like right now, Minecraft is the only Xbox game that's on PlayStation, right? People talk about Ori and all this stuff. Microsoft doesn't own Moon Studios. It does own the Ori IP, but the relationship they have with games made by second party studios and stuff like that, they'll let, Moon Studios eat because they've been so good to them. They'll let them eat off another platform. Because obviously, Moon Studios is going to get the cut from whatever they sell on Switch, right? Or it's not going to appear on PlayStation. No, it's just not. So, the other thing is that that I wanted to highlight in this video, damn, I think I lost my train of thought, is Sony's MLB, right? Do you guys think something that's out of PlayStation control would have to happen to get a PlayStation game onto Xbox, right? Just so happens MLB The Show. PlayStation doesn't own MLB. MLB is an entity. It's a licensing thing. There's no other real studio or big publisher pushing MLB games. Sony's the only publisher that has the major, and they know that RBI baseball crap is no good, right? It's not a moneymaker. But MLB The Show is a lot of potential there. Licenses coming to an end. They will only renew their license if they're able to get that game on multiple platforms. That wasn't something that PlayStation wanted to say kumbaya. They had to do that if they wanted to retain the license. PlayStation felt the license was worth that much where they was like, you know what, we're gonna let this game go multi-platform. That's the only reason. And then you also got to think about this. With that being said, MLB The Show, yes, it's coming to Xbox and potentially Switch, and it's also coming to PC. But do you think that Sony's first party development team, whoever does it, is a San Diego studio or something like that, do you think they're actually developing the Xbox version? I guarantee you they're outsourcing that version. They'll probably develop the PlayStation one for PS5 and PS4, and they'll probably outsource PC, Xbox, and if they come up with a Switch version. Those versions will be outsourced. They might be even another publisher that publishes. Sony may still be the publisher of it, but those, I guarantee you the development side of it will be completely outsourced. So I want you guys to just think about that. Bethesda, Zenimax, every studio in under that umbrella belongs to Xbox. They're under that studio. Machine Games, id Software, Tango Games, Arcane Studios. It's all Bethesda Softworks. It's all under Xbox. You guys got to deal with it. You are no longer getting PlayStation game. Your PlayStation is no longer getting these games, with the exception of the ones they already had contracted out. And right now, outside of Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo, Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield were never confirmed for a particular platform. It was just confirmed for next gen. They were just confirmed to be the next game. They was never confirmed for a particular platform. So that's the good thing, is that there was no platform commitment from for the game Starfield. So Starfield might be the next game from Bethesda, and it's looking like it's probably going to be the next big one, and it's looking like it's going to be Xbox and PC. If you want that Bethesda game stuff, you're gonna have to come to the Xbox. And if you want to play the backlog of Bethesda, without repurchasing them, you can always join Xbox Game Pass. If you haven't purchased them before, you can always purchase them for like whatever they're on sale for. You can always join Xbox Game Pass. You can do that on your mobile device if it's an Android. You can do it from your PC, and you can do it from your Xbox console. But that's my video. I know I talked to you guys for over 20 minutes, but I had to make it make sense. And I need you guys to shut up with these stupid ass theories. And no, Bethesda's not Minecraft. It's just, no. Doom 3 is going to be on Xbox and PC. Wolfenstein, the next Wolfenstein, is going to be only on Xbox and PC. Man, shout out to the PC community. You desktop dwellers. But Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot. And man, see you in the next video. Peace.